This is a Headgum original.
I do
Still
have a big
no.
head. They're still just, they're fine. They're noise canceling.
This is life telling you, like, getting back at you for not having a belt that fits.
Yeah, that was good.
Thanks, man.
That was really good. Fuck. I hope we were recording for that.
They were. I saw the waves. I saw the fucking so loud. Oh my God.
It's going to be a hell of a summer. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah,
How many
man.
theaters? 3,000 screens across the nation?
Definitely not that.
No, 3,000? No.
Really?
No, definitely
No.
not.
Okay. Well,
What actually is it?
I don't know. They said between...
We don't want to say.
We can say.
We don't wanna
I don't think
say.
it's a secret.
Nah, I think.
Yeah.
Like, probably like 1,500-ish.
It's a lot.
Yeah, definitely. No, we're super excited.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take the wind out of your sails right up top. I thought it was going to be a point of pride.
Literally nothing. No, yeah. That's,
You didn't
Finn looks
mean
like
to?
on the verge of tears.
That's the
no,
entire
it's
show.
fine. It just is,
What do you mean, Billy, by that?
Your
the
whole
entire show
you
is
just
taking the wind out of your sails.
taking the wind out of, one's sails.
I don't appreciate that because I put a lot of work into the outline. I started printing it out, right?
You just told me that the reation why you went behind the desk was that so you could do less work.
work in the app. Yeah, in
Exactly,
the edit.
the
Because I'm
edit.
doing the live
'Cause
edit
you used
right
to be on
here.
the couch.
Yeah. But then afterwards, I'd have to like cut between the multiple cameras. It takes me like 4
Are you on
hours.
Is it salary?
Hourly, yeah. Benefits?
Hour-
I wish.
Sourly.
Sourly.
Do
You're
you
on
guys
salary.
get, what do you have? You have insurance from SAG? How
Yeah.
does your health really?
Yeah.
So you have the same dental as like my acting teacher.
Yeah, me and your acting teacher have the same dental. What's his
but
name?
not the same dentist.
Or her name?
Well, you went to Dr. Arthur Benjamin.
Yeah, of
we have the
course.
same
Sure,
ophthalmologist.
I know
the same
this. I know
ophthalmologist,
this.
yeah.
You've heard of Dr. Arthur.
Yeah, does he have SAG Blue Cross
He does
coverage?
not take Blue Cross Blue. He would never. Out of pocket or nothing, right?
Absolutely.
But you also have SAG health insurance.
I do, yeah.
This is a terrible start to the show.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting.
Guys, we have a lot to get to.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Hell of a summer. Let's talk about it up top. You guys have a movie coming out in theaters next Friday when this comes out? What day is
April
it?
4th.
April
April
4th.
4th.
So
Yeah.
a week
Yeah.
from today, if you're hearing this the day it comes out. Check your local listings, buy your tickets, help funnel cash to your guys'
Yep.
glands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funnel. Yeah. Cash to my glands.
Glands,
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say.
I'm glad that you're reading from the script we provided you. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, well, there was threats from your agents at CAA.
Right.
If I didn't say this verbatim. So,
Well, it's something that you have to kind of think about before you do press. And you just get your team on it.
your team on it,
Yeah.
but you threatened me with a gun.
What? Oh.
Okay, I don't think you're... okay, I think
Maybe
it's fine.
keep-
As long as you're recording on the board for sure.
I am on both.
Hey, Jeff, maybe keep it that volume for the rest.
Of?
The podcast.
Got it.
Or podcasts after this.
Sorry. Billy was going through a dissociative episode right there.
I thought I saw a chip on my loafer I didn't use.
and these are these
You have
Gucci or are these
you have such
dupes?
a chip
They're
on
not-
your loafer.
They're not, first of all, they're not dupes and they're not Gucci.
So what
Okay.
is it?
It doesn't matter. I
What
just,
are-
I
I
thought
like
I saw a
those.
Let's
chip
zero in
on
on
them.
Oh, thank
the...
you.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Those are...
So mean. No, I do genuinely like your shoes. And I'm sorry for not.
Guys, Hell of a Summer was in the works for a long time, right? I read
Yeah.
the script in 2020 because I remember I was living with my parents during COVID.
Yeah.
You guys sent me the script. I thought it was amazing.
Thank you.
Did you actually read it or?
I did.
80%?
I have to
80%.
take issue 80% only. I know. I
That's
have
what
to
I
take issue 100% of that one because I had all the time in the fucking world. I have to take issue with the final cut. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, of the script. Of
the movie.
Of the
Of
script?
of the whole friggin' thing. It's
Yeah.
still worth the ticket. It's
Yeah.
worth the price of admission.
You know
You
what he's
guys cut
talking
my
about?
favorite scene
Yeah,
out of the
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah. I do
Yeah.
know. I do know what you're talking
And
about.
I brought
It's
it up
such
to you
an
guys for like
inside.
years.
It's such an inside, like improv.
Well, that's.
thing.
I mean, that makes this episode worth watching, even for people that have already seen the show.
Should we do the scene? Can we find the scene?
Wow.
And that's what I was bringing it up for.
You have it?
Well, I said I read the script during COVID, thought it was great, but you guys cut my favorite scene. So I thought it would be fun if we started this episode off by doing a little table read of that scene.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 I don't have the script.
You asshole.
Should I?
No,
do
I did try to find it on my laptop and I couldn't find it. So I just thought it'd be fun. That's all I
It
wanted.
would have
to
been
share.
fun.
Well, yeah,
I
it
just
would've been
wanted
fun
us to
if
know
you
it's
did
the
any
thought
work.
that counts.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
What's crazy is I was like, this is
I'm
the
gonna try
best
to
thing
find
Jeff's
it.
ever done was prepare for this.
It's
segment.
obviously hard because I
And he
searched
didn't
Hell
do
of a
it even.
Summer.
Yeah.
I searched Hell of Summer because that's what the file
Well, it's
was
probably-
labeled
Yeah,
as.
That's
at the
good to
time.
remember.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. at
And
the
then
time.
I searched in my Gmail. I couldn't find it to save my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Or this show.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't
Right.
say my email.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll bleep that. Grace, why don't you cut that out?
Wait, did you say his email just now?
Well,
right.
and Grace will cut that out for sure.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we?
My
I mean,
email is.
you have to. That one especially. I mean, Billy's. I feel like. I mean, we can
It's
give
fine.
it.
Yeah, it's fine.
What are your cross streets on the Upper West, by the way?
Not gonna tell you.
Come on, dude.
Sure.
What?
Okay.
Where's this footage gonna go other than online?
And even when it's there, no one's gonna watch
Does anyone
it.
really care?
We could find it. I remember the scene.
We
I-
could find
I-
it, but
I have it committed to memory.
In the
Hold on.
meantime, while you're pulling that up and sending it to us, why don't we get this out of the way?
Sure.
Bond of the week. Bond of the week, right?
Yeah.
what?
Daniel Craig is out as 007.
Yes.
Can I give the spiel?
Go for it.
Daniel Craig is out as 007.
Uh-huh.
Barbara Broccoli has sold the franchise to Amazon Studios. So every week on this show, we're lobbing up our pick for the next James, the next 00. This week, my pick is Craig Daniel. He's
The guy.
He's a product manager at Toast, and he's based out of the greater Boston area. I found his LinkedIn profile. So we've had Daniel Craig. I'm wondering if we can now
So,
let Craig Daniel have
Where
a
is he
crack
from
at it.
originally? Craig Daniel?
I don't have a LinkedIn,
Okay.
so I couldn't connect with him.
No, but you don't. But he's based in America.
Greater Boston
Barely.
area.
Greater, barely, but
Well-
barely. What do you mean barely?
Boston's basically England.
Yeah.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Really?
New England.
New England.
Right.
No, don't.
Out with the old
Which in
and with the
many
new, it's all
ways-
England.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't. I'm not finishing like a sentence for you so that I can help you. I'm trying to
Okay.
correct you.
And I appreciate it because it's showing a willingness to help me learn.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find this.
Okay. Billy, who do you have as your Bond of the week? Mine's Craig Daniel. Did you hear?
Yeah, I did hear, but I
got
don't know.
it.
Now I'm trying to decide if I should pick like who I really think should be James Bond.
I
or-
think
who
you
would
should
that
be
be?
earnest on this
Yeah.
who I
show.
should be.
We haven't had a lot of earnest.
Yeah,
Bonds.
I think David Johnson should be James Bond
Boris Johnson?
Who's David Johnson?
from Alien Romulus.
Oh,
David
yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rye Lane and
That's
stuff.
great.
He's like he'd be killer.
That
He'd
is-
be
that's
awesome.
a really
Killer.
good-
I think he might actually do it, to be honest. And you heard it here first.
What about Craig Mazin?
I don't even mind that. I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
but
Mason, the screenwriter.
Yeah, he wrote Chernobyl. I don't know.
You think his qualification is that he wrote Chernobyl?
Dude, he's versatile.
Right.
He
No,
wrote. Do
you don't know that?
Do you know? I do. Do you know about what he wrote before Chernobyl?
What did he write?
Big weird studio comedies.
Okay.
Like-
He
for
wrote
example?
Disaster Movie.
All as a writer, though. He has no acting cred.
Yeah,
he
but-
wrote Disaster Movie and then he wrote Chernobyl.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
funny because they're both,
Disaster
disaster
movies.
movies.
You are crazy.
I don't think you're hearing him because he was actually being rude, and
What?
then you smiled and said,
Oh, he was being rude to me?
"Yeah."
No,
you
was
just
it
kind
to
of
him?
to Finn.
No.
Sorry, I guess my guard is up. 'cause
Hold on,
I'm
Jeff.
so-
I'm texting you the script.
Okay.
What's your number?
Fuck, what's your number again?
No way you don't have it saved. Also,
No,
this
I do,
isn't
I
the
do, I
script.
do.
This is a slur.
It's just a slur on
No one's ever
page
called
one.
me that. Yeah, no.
You just press cancel.
Yeah, no, I know.
Casey,
Wait,
who you
Jeff,
got for
sorry.
Bond of the? Yep.
Sorry, 1 second. Your
course.
number is.
No way. That is, but don't give it out like that. 'cause
Why
I
not?
feel like, well, because a lot of people want me hurt. Not dead, but hurt.
It's called bleeping.
But she's not gonna do it though.
Not gonna do it for Jeff.
Go to page 24.
Okay. And then while I'm pulling this up, Casey, do you want to give your Bond of the week, or does it not matter really?
It doesn't matter really, but Bernie Sanders I think would be fun.
My thing with Bernie is like he has a lake house. You know what I mean? Like
Don't.
Mm-hmm.
he's like railing against rich
No.
folks, but he has
What do we
more
think?
than one abode.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
What do we think his order would be? Like shaken not stirring, would he be like, I'll have whatever everyone else is having?
That's funny.
like
That's
equal
funny.
sort of. There's
That's a
something
I
good
there.
wonder if
That's
there's
a
a
pretty good
script in
Bernie.
there, sort of like an idle hand
No, it's
style.
just it's more just like a joke.
It's one-off.
that
It's
I
a
made.
one-off.
Yeah, it's more of like a
Yeah.
joke that I just made just now.
But you know how sometimes it's like based off of a true story, based off of this article. It could be like based off a joke that Finn made on one episode of the Headgum podcast.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Right.
I hope you make a better one than that.
This is not
No.
even the draft that Geoff would have read.
What do you
the
mean?
Oh, this is
punchline-
even earlier?
Read the punchline. It's not the same. It's less
Wow.
funny.
I think it's what
Oh,
we
that-
have, and
what
let's
was-
read
what
it
was-
or move on.
No. It used to be,
Is your mother? Oh yeah.
Which is a better joke
It is a
than
better
this.
joke. It is a better joke.
So why don't you
we-
read that
yeah,
character
I'll-
and then you can sub in the line that it should have been.
Sure, and then you be Jason, who's played by Fred Heckinger.
Heckinger.
Keep Fred's name out your fucking mouth.
Holy shit! Finn Wolfhard slapped some guy on a podcast. Some
Jeffrey
long
James,
hair.
dude.
Okay.
Where are we
so
starting?
Can we do scene? Anya, can you do
24.
scene directions?
Well,
and then
there really is only two characters, and then there's sort of a group, and then
a
there's
hive
two
mind.
characters.
Well, why don't you guys kind of show the world what you're made of in terms of acting?
Okay.
I'll
You know
do
what's-
scene direction, and Anya can be the other character.
This is just gonna make the movie
Maya.
just sound like it sucks. Doing something this out
I
of
think
context.
people know it doesn't suck because
No, I know, but doing like no one knows even. Yeah, let's just do it.
Let's do it. I think that this is a fun.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. I haven't read this
Um,
since we did this,
This is
draft.
Yeah, really fun. Since we
What
probably
page are we
table
on?
read this
Starting on page
24.
24.
So this is a character who I'll be playing, or actually maybe you ought to be
Should I
playing.
play
him.
Josh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of more.
all right, so starting with montage.
No,
no.
no.
Of course not.
Essentially, they're playing a bunch of like camp.
No. Yeah, they're doing
Just, Billy,
camp.
tell me where to start. I'm doing
They're-
scene direction.
Oh, yeah, there's really no. Okay, Jason, I'm gonna do the one line that you have. I'm gonna tell you where to start at. It's
All right,
Jason, Claire, Miley, Noel, and Josh play dad rap.
dad rap.
So
yeah,
you're gonna
exactly.
say that.
Do
But you're gonna
that.
say
Okay.
that in about
And
30 seconds.
I'll cut back in right here. Jason
Wait,
Claire.
I'd like to set
no
up
way.
the scene.
There's more.
I'd like to set up the scene a little bit.
Let's hear it.
It's an improv game.
Yeah, they're playing improv games and bonding games at the camp. Jason, who I'll play in this scene, is the main character. He's trying to kind of rally everybody together, and Finn will be playing a cut character who is sort of this like really morbid, weird, skinny, pale.
Careful. Careful.
I feel like-
Careful. Also, not who I.
What
Yeah, I
else
feel like you're treading into awesome waters.
Thank you, dude. I'm actually walking on awesome waters. Yeah.
Nice.
No.
I like that.
Anyways,
That was
he's
actually-
he's a bit
What?
fucked up.
That was really good.
Oh, no,
What?
it wasn't.
The joke?
Yeah, what
wasn't
did he
that
say?
good.
Walking
it doesn't
on
matter. It
water.
doesn't matter. It wasn't that good.
Or-
Yeah.
Broken
I feel like there's
glass.
almost like an
Harping on
idle
it.
hand style script
Shut.
on terms of that. Sorry, yeah, continue.
No, that's okay, man.
And he's just like this absolute kind of freak, but everybody sort of loves him. And they're playing dad rap, which if anybody ever did like a
It's like an improv warm-up.
class, it's like you're doing bad raps that don't
Wow.
rhyme. And
They
they're explained.
Weren't doing
as we
that
go.
when we were doing improv. Is that true?
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
You weren't doing that?
So-
No, that's your generation.
Oh.
probably similar age. I bet.
I don't think so.
But Casey, when you
similar.
were in your
I don't-
UCB
Similar.
201 class, you were saying that
Could
you would
be-
often like
Could be more
you
similar.
would lead with
Maybe a
like
little bit more similar.
slurs. I want to say.
No, I don't think I ever said that.
Should we do this script?
It's fine. I know
Yeah,
a few.
sorry, let's do it.
Yeah, so
And
let's do it.
your line, Joe?
Thank you so much. And is there any kind of way that you want me
Holy
to say the scene
shit.
direction?
That's not how you're doing now.
What's my moment before for this one line of scene direction?
It's a scene direction. There's no moment before.
It's the scene direction right before this scene direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, Claire, Miley, Noel, and Josh played dad rap.
Okay. And do you guys want to join in at all?
Of course.
Do you know?
Okay.
In case so you know
Do you know the
how
rhythm
it
of
works with the. Okay, so
Oh,
Yeah.
Dad rap, dad rap, dad rap,
dad
rap, dad rap, dad rap.
My name.
I'm Jason.
Doug,
Remember?
fuck it.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to take it from one.
Hey, let's go back.
I also I wanted to do mine with a little bit of a different
All right.
finish.
Thank you.
Jason, Claire,
Ah.
Miley,
Southern this
Noel, and Josh played dad rap.
That was like a weirdly realistic one.
Really?
No. Dad,
Dad
rap.
rap, dad rap, dad rap, dad rap, dad rap, dad rap.
My name is Jason, and I'm at camp.
Dad rap, dad rap, dad rap.
I love collecting coins.
They all laugh. Dad rap, dad rap, dad rap, dad rap, Dad rap, dad rap.
The government is so intrusive.
Dad rap,
dad rap, dad rap.
My father used to be abusive.
Oh, Josh, it's not supposed to rhyme. I mean, it's supposed to sound like it's gonna rhyme, but it never does.
And the dad aspect?
No, there is no dad aspect. It's called dad rap because it's like something that your dad would say.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Okay.
Dad rap, dad rap, dad rap. Dad rap, dad rap, dad rap.
Is your mother seeing anybody?
Okay, new game.
So to me, that was the best
Yeah.
scene
In
in the
the
whole
movie,
thing.
and they
Yeah.
cut it.
And it wasn't
He
to
only
us. and he
likes
cut
it because it has the word coins in it.
That was way before I got into the idea of collecting.
So you
not even collecting,
Oh
but
wait,
just
do
having.
you actually
took
collect
that-
coins?
Well, I like to have some walking around coins, like a pouch of dimes.
So that wasn't even your joke. You got it from the script and then you made it into a recurring bit.
I
here.
didn't remember the coins line. This
Oh,
was
But it was
5
in
years
there.
stuck
ago.
with you, but it stuck with you.
Subconsciously,
Yeah.
maybe.
This is the
Yeah.
first time you'd heard of
Interesting.
Well,
coins.
Finn doesn't even know about the coins game. It's called Casey's Dimes. You ever played that?
Have you ever played that?
Have I
Yeah, have you
ever
ever
played
played that?
Casey's No.
He's only
Basically,
played
how
Dad
many
Rap.
dimes does Casey have?
On you?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Should I start? All right.
We do have to move on. Word of the day. Unbelievable.
That's
Do you want to try again?
Unbelievable.
Is that a word?
So okay, well, word of the day is I'm like coining phrases,
Oh, you're
not to say coins again, but I'm coming up with new phrases, turns of phrase, etc., and I'm hoping that they can kind of make it into the general lexicon.
Yeah, I've already forgotten. You said onion something?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
So it's basically when a bulb vegetable is too good to be true. To use it in a sentence, it would be, that leek is unbelievable.
I don't hate it. I honestly don't hate it.
No
See,
way
I'm
this is
so-
the one that you don't
I actually
meet me
so-
with resistance
That's
on.
kind of smart.
I'm
like,
so
no
scared
way.
of Jeff that I was convinced that was a joke about me.
Really?
Anya unbelievable.
Oh,
There's
I
a whole
see.
episode called.
Onion Kanovskaya.
Yeah. So I kind of thought, but it's not even, it's just a separate onion.
I
thing.
guess if you were in character as Onion Kanovskaya, you could be Onion Unbelievable, but
looking
that's
up
a
at the
stretch.
sky.
Well, 'cause, yeah, it's a stretch.
He's
so.
having an
I hated
aneurysm.
that. I hated that.
Finn, I just wanted to let you know this I've been trying to like be a better friend, right? I've been trying to like notice things out in the world and be like, oh, this made me think of Casey.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
haven't talked in a long time.
That's true. But this is something I saw on my Instagram Explore page
Uh-oh.
that did end up making me think of you. So I just wanted to share this with you.
Okay.
Of Finn?
Of Finn, yes.
Oh no.
And can you just read out loud what each of these slides says?
It
For
says,
the audio listeners?
yeah. Wanna block me? Block me. This is so fucking lame.
Let's see where it's going.
Wanna make fun of me? Make fun of me. Wanna replace me? Replace me. Wanna hurt me? Hurt me. Wanna stop talking to me? Then stop. Wanna hate? This is so long. Wanna hate on me? Hate on me. Wanna leave? Go ahead and leave. Wanna
kinda
talk
made that one
shit
your own.
about me? This is just the versions of the same thing.
And these are just white. This is just black text on white squares.
I didn't
Yeah.
make the
Yeah.
Instagram
Okay.
No,
post,
I'm
but
just
it
letting
really,
the audio
it,
listeners know.
It
Jeff.
rang
Yeah,
true.
there's no yeah, it's just plain text. Wanna let me go? Let me go. wanna lie to me? Go ahead.
Not even sticking to the...
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You made this. You had to have made this.
Yeah, my burner is at mom.but36, and I'm based in Berlin.
Berlin. Okay. Just remember I was there at your lowest. I might not have been much, but at least I made sure you were smiling, making sure you were okay. I was there to listen to your problems. I was there where nobody else was. I made sure to love and care for you. And that reminded.
It just made me think of you. It just kind of, I was like, I saw that. Because my Explore page is like all types of stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, I like that you had that bookmarked, and it,
Yeah, no,
it
that was
makes
my
me
favorite
scared
part.
of what else he has bookmarked.
Should we
Yeah.
look?
It's a lot of like
yeah,
lonely
what
as
else,
hell
What else do you
memes.
have?
Why did that remind you of him? Who were you?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
you- so
situation?
you were-
There's
so
sort of
you
two
thought that
sides
you-
of
I
it.
was the I in that, and he was the you. Does that
So-
make sense?
Yeah. So you were go ahead, leave me. You want
Sure.
to talk about
Oh,
me?
That you were there.
You were there at Finn's lowest.
That's absolutely
Right.
true.
Making
And then,
sure he
I
was
mean, there's
smiling.
another one that I saw that made me think of Billy. I wasn't going to do it, but if you guys want to see more.
Yeah, Billy. That's up to you.
yeah. That's
But my instinct is yes.
So I saw this also on my Instagram Explorer, and I was like, God, that's Billy. I mean, this is such a Bryk move.
Reply. So it's someone
Brick house.
replying to someone's close friend story. I'm done looking at it. Take this down. I did JF. If it's on close friends, take it down your mind.
Just like the general possessiveness that you have with all your friendships and your family and your relationships, professional and otherwise. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's weird. It does
You
sound
didn't actually have to explain
in your
that one.
voice.
Yeah, that made sense to me.
And so who was who in that one?
That was just how I feel like Billy treats everyone.
So Billy's the one saying take it down.
He's the one replying to my close friends,
Got
being
it.
like, yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah.
know you guys that well, so now I'm like learning a lot about you based on
Yeah.
Jeff.
how Jeff sees
Yeah.
you guys. And that's helpful.
We're running late. We have so much to get to. We got to power through this, but welcome to Casey's Lovers. Casey, can you look at camera B here, just straight down the barrel, and
Camera
just
2.
His camera's actually over there.
Sorry, yeah. Can you look in your one and just a number is fine of how many lovers you've taken?
Body count?
I don't. That's
This
too
could
blue.
also-
That's gross.
This could also be
that's
called
blue.
Casey's Dimes.
That's blue?
That's
Oh,
funny.
Really good.
Really good. We'll have to cut that just because
That
I don't think
joke
yeah.
makes too much sense for the show,
Casey's
so we need to
Dimes?
take it out.
Yeah.
Casey, just how many relationships you've been in your life, and also if your lovers have dated anyone famous who's
Enough. The number is enough.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
Now I want to know. Famous thing.
Enough means you're done.
Yeah, I've had enough lovers.
Yeah.
Billy, you live on the Upper West Side.
Yep.
A very literary neighborhood, I would say.
Yeah.
And when I was living in New York last fall, I was
Finn's
like,
looking at me. There's nothing I can do. This is a show.
I just looked at you, made a good, funny joke, and Jeff just
Oh,
like
that's
completely went over
standard.
it.
Yeah, that's how the show works.
You didn't give
Yeah.
flowers. You
Never.
didn't laugh.
In fact, he usually plays a sound bite, like a really loud sound bite, right over everyone laughing at it.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like I associate like writing novels, writing for the New Yorker with like the East, right? Versus Hollyweird, where we are today.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering if you guys could help me kind of nail down, because I've basically been wanting to write a book, a novel, a monograph for the better part of a decade. And I just need the perfect title. I haven't started yet. I just need the title. So I wanted to pitch you guys
You
the
haven't
title
started
today.
yet?
I haven't started outlining. Because I kind of wanted to start with
He's
the perfect
pitched a
title.
lot of
A lot of
titles.
titles.
but he
Still on the
hasn't.
title
If
pitching
you-
phase.
Last week I
okay.
pitched a textbook, yeah. But this week I really think this might be it, Anya. It's Lepardo Bernaldini and his Dysfunction Junction. It
Is it
tells
a
the
children's book?
No,
Okay.
it's like prestige New York
Sounds-
Times
Political
bestseller.
thriller.
Yeah, it tells the story of a prominent Milanese business tycoon named Lepardo Bernaldini, who turns his erectile dysfunction into a train station.
How?
Yeah, I need to know
What do you mean
more.
now?
Makes no
Read the
sense.
book. How do they
True.
get out of the pickle
True,
in Hell of a
true.
Summer?
It is
You have to see the movie. You're not going to tell them on this episode.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Also,
They
yeah.
don't train. What?
Or maybe you
Turn
should.
his erectile dysfunction into a train
Dysfunction
station.
Junction.
No, we know.
Yeah.
We heard you.
But Jeff, you want to write the book, so it's up to you what the how is.
I know what happens. I'm not going to give it away. They're not going to buy the book.
You got to give us a little bit.
You bleep it out. Just tell us. You
yeah,
bleep,
bleep it out.
It's like
You're fucking freestyling this.
I'm not like trying to be saved by the bell. We do really have to take a break because we are at the 25th minute. So we don't have an ad booked on the show, but this is wishful
What if we
thinking.
did? If we did, it would go here.
Yeah.
What do we know? Do you guys
We'll
know?
We actually are
we'll be
about
right
to.
back. What's that?
We're going to get one.
Oh, that's cool.
I think.
And we're back.
Why was I prepared for that?
Yeah, you didn't wince at all. Billy didn't wince at all.
He's
and I
used to it.
That was a hearing test and you failed.
What? Thank you. Thank you so much.
set him up. Shouldn't have given you daffs, actually.
We have
too
not
easy.
had an ad on the show since August 2024. I do blame Brad.
You have to stop talking about it because the comments are getting absolutely insane.
Wait, is
about
that
this.
true?
Yeah, and they keep blaming me, and it's my ad.
No, they
reads are
keep
great.
blaming
Can we
us.
talk? Can we talk about art? Do you still get emails?
Yeah.
From
yeah,
Gumball?
yeah. We get
Gumball
lots of
emails.
Gumball emails.
Like years after we stopped doing the podcast, like 6 years ago, 5 years
The
ago.
joy of your it's irrelevant.
Dude, I'll get like every month or like every few months.
A gumball survey.
I'll just get like a stat of how our podcast is doing, and it'll be like, Oh, it's the 68th most popular comedy movie podcast in
That's not
Qatar.
bad.
All right.
That's what
That's
we'll
cool.
get. That's
Let him finish. Yeah.
yeah, Qatar. I said.
68th. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Shout out
I
to
I
met
will
the
say-
guy. Oh, sorry.
sorry, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No?
I was just gonna say, you could unsubscribe. It's like
Just
the
funny to
powers-
see
I like
it.
to see what.
Okay, I just
but
meant like it's
I
not
think
like
you're talking about
impossible to-
Chartable. or
Oh,
whatever.
Chartable. Sorry.
But speaking
Sorry,
of,
yeah. You forwarded, by the way, an email to me about Chartable changing its like back end something in terms of revenue splits, and you were like, just FYI, this was last April. And I only know this because I Googled your email. I searched your email in my inbox to try and find the script. The only thing that came up was you forwarding me a Chartable thing that it couldn't have been
William.
more irrelevant.
Gmail.com?
Gmail.com. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's 71st in Amsterdam, or what is it?
Stop.
no, you're actually off, so that's fine.
I thought you live in the fridge of Zabar's. I've
I met the
started
guy who
taking.
started Magic Spoon, which was the
Wow.
one company that we did an ad read for.
So you
Where'd
did
you
what?
meet
No,
him?
did we do
He's,
one more?
You got to
we
get
may
him
have
in
done
here
two.
on the
We
show.
met-
We did two.
We're working with a producer right now, and he's his cousin.
No way.
Yeah,
Wait, who?
Julian's cousin.
Wow.
Insane.
We'll get him in
Yeah,
here because we need him to buy ads on Geoff's show.
I will. I mentioned that we did. Yeah, I'll get him. I'll get to him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. But in the meantime, I've been kind of taking it upon myself to take the ads into my own hands. Do you guys mind if I do the ad read?
Like spec
Yeah,
ads.
that's fine.
Spec ads,
Yeah.
yeah. I did this on last week's episode, and we had to cut it out because we had a somewhat famous musician on the show, and she was like, "My PR team's not going to let me do that, so we might have to cut this."
Yeah,
I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
well, we'll see.
Just don't.
Poor Taylor.
Let,
She plugged her ears.
Also realizing Taylor it can't hear any of the sound effects, so there's like
Oh.
a lot of things happening.
No, she can hear
Oh,
that.
they're loud.
They're so
there's a
fucking
pair of
loud.
They're so
cans
loud,
if you
right.
want them.
I thought Billy
so
could
just
barely
if we could
hear
have
him,
utter
so.
silence during
But
this,
who
just
is
so I don't
this?
have to cut
Who
out.
is the musician? Who's the musician?
Jensen McRae? She went from recording the podcast
God,
to
now-
Justin Bieber's house. By the way, you were there.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, I
Is
was
that
at Bieber's house.
Yeah.
You were. That's great.
Okay,
I was here
Ready?
at the
You were
podcast.
at Beaver's house.
y'all ready?
Yep.
Just don't. If we could have utter silence. Are you having hemorrhoids so bad they're starting to spread to your front? Try
No.
Preparation Y.
Not how that works.
The all-new hemorrhoid cream that's meant to be plunged up your urinary tract. The process is simple. Use the included carpet sample to rub your urethra until you've induced a targeted rug burn at your opening. Once the pain is higher in the front than at your ass. What?
No, keep going.
Once the pain is higher in the front than at your ass, proceed to apply the soothing balm of Preparation Y. Refer a friend to purchase Preparation Y and get 15% off your next order. But careful, too much Preparation Y can result in urethral scarring and poor concentration while trying to focus on other stuff, mostly due to the painful rug burn you've created on purpose. Do not use Preparation Y if you are a litigious person. Preparation Y is not for people who know powerful lawyers. Act fast and order Preparation Y so that the company can start making a ton of money. Use coupon code Marika Brownlee at checkout and start rubbing carpet now.
No.
And don't forget the salve.
And what?
Sorry, I need to get that clean. And don't forget the salve.
I still don't know what you're saying.
And don't forget the salve.
The salve?
It's
Do you
a
think-
soothing balm.
Do you think it's good if no one can understand the tagline?
I didn't write the copy, so
Someone else wrote
You
the
didn't
copy.
write
Someone
the
else
copy.
be mad at
You made
Preparation
up
Y.
the company.
Yeah, this is now the second time I've
Can I-
heard this ad, and I.
Because it had to be cut last time, and I guarantee
But
we
I'm
have to cut it this
curious,
time.
Don't
is
cut it,
It's
don't
a
cut it.
spec ad, but is it also a spec company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it in my email box. They said, read this verbatim.
Email
Who?
box.
Who
For
emailed
Preparation
email?
Y.
What's the
They're
email?
with,
Email.
they're with 72 and Sunny, by the way. All right? It's from an ad agency. I have personal connections on the West Side.
Why didn't
from
you
school.
just use the audio from the last time you recorded it instead of making us listen to
Because
this
if you can believe
again?
it, this is me editing it to be less blue.
That's
Yeah,
it was
worse
more
last
crass
week.
last week. I'm
So-
embarrassed.
So
about
what you're
this. This was
saying?
too-
So okay, so let's
this was shock value
really
humor.
quick.
Yeah.
the product.
Sure.
If we could just talk about just the
It's
logistics.
a
of
soothing
the-
salve.
Right. No, I know that. You said that, and I was confused about it a few times because I hadn't heard that actually for some reason.
Interesting.
Am I weird that I didn't know what he's saying?
I think it's fine.
Okay. So to let me get this straight. So
Sure.
you think,
Yeah,
well, Preparation Y thinks that you can get hemorrhoids so bad that it goes to your front,
that's true.
Mhm.
and that's
They think that.
Oh, so this is a local company.
No, this
Oh,
is
this is
a
LA
regional-
only?
We're running the ad. What are you guys not understanding? It's a baked-in ad that I sold.
Oh, you sold it
Correct.
for how much?
This was $1,500
That's like not a lot.
for For this show, it
fake
is.
company,
Operation Y.
for a fake
For a fake
company
company.
and a
That's pretty-
fake
that's a lot.
read,
That
it's
is a
pretty
lot.
good.
That's a lot for a fake company
What do
that
you-
you made up.
What do you get when you make a post for like a video game on your Instagram?
Like, yeah, I don't know. A lot of money. A lot of money.
That's cool.
This
Yeah.
is why we had to have limited access.
Yeah.
All right. This is in our first. We might cut that.
Yeah. I said a lot of money. You shouldn't. Yeah, maybe don't. Fuck it, though.
I feel like, you know, those bushes that have the little straggler, the spiky things that catch on your sweaters?
Yeah.
Like
That's
a
what
burr?
this show is.
Yeah.
Like a
burr.
holly bush? Oh, no, a burr.
Like a holly leaf
Yeah,
cherry. Yeah, like a Catalina cherry. Almost a toy on in a way. I've gotten pretty into horticulture. Welcome to Counselor or Nah.
So unlikable.
Counselor or Nah.
Okay.
We have a couple segments. They are all camp themed to promote the movie.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That's
Jeff.
nice.
I'm going to list out several celebrities. Some of them have been are confirmed. They are on record saying that they were in the past employed as camp counselors. Others have not, or maybe they have, but it's not confirmed. Ready?
Great.
Are these real people?
These are real people, real celebrities who used to be camp
Okay, wait.
counselors.
Before we start, how much do you think I would get paid for preparation Y ad on my Instagram?
I think you could
How
probably
much-
get $30,000 to $100,000.
Big gap.
Would you
It's a big
read
range.
that
Yeah, it's a
script?
big range.
Depends how it's
Big
pitched.
range.
Would I read the script?
Would you read that script as a post?
You don't run your Instagram. I
And
feel like
remember
it's
what he
not-
was talking
yeah.
about. You got hemorrhoids so bad it
Goes out the
spreads
front.
to your front.
And then
Casey,
I literally hate that. You have
you
to stop
also-
saying
with
it.
that.
Rub a rug sample.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you rub a carpet sample on your dick.
It's a distraction
or-
tactic to like if you have more pain in one it could it could also be on your shoulder or something. It's like now you're focused on
Is
the
this
pain
a
in your
male
shoulder.
only
I
product?
don't mean to
No.
put Taylor on the
Okay.
spot, but she's furiously texting.
No,
right now.
100%. No, this is
She
a
started as soon
nightmare.
as
Tom
soon as
Quinn.
this started happening. Taylor immediately went to her phone. She's writing an email, and it's long.
No, I'm embarrassed. I just met
I'm sorry.
Taylor.
It's called a
She doesn't know
bonus
that I'm
episode.
actually kind of
like
normal.
a real thing right now that I'm so shocked by. Doing this camp counselor, this is like the most. Are they making you do this?
And you keep swinging a U-turn back to the preparation Y
that's not
ad.
me.
I said that.
You can do no wrong in my eyes. Billy to me is a
I
walking
appreciate that you fell on
nightmare.
the sword here.
Yeah, well,
keep
no,
going.
I would
Go.
say that
Counselor or
Finn's
not.
been pulling the sword out of the stone.
Yeah.
You're falling on your own petard.
Specific sword, I guess. Right?
Denzel Washington,
Okay.
counselor or nah?
No.
No.
He did work at a camp in Connecticut.
Did he really?
In the 80s, yeah.
He didn't wait for us to weigh in, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's just playing this.
Right.
video.
Oh, did you
Well,
write
we
and direct
just
the movie,
have to
or-
keep the pace up. So if you guys can't,
Did you write
yeah.
direct and produce and act in the movie?
Sorry. Oh,
Did you write
Did you write direct and
we
act
actually
and
are
start-
making a movie.
What?
I know. I know. I was gonna ask about
Dude,
it
no,
after,
no, no,
but we
they
can
said
ask
they're
about it.
making a movie, dude. Are you fucking
Sorry,
kidding?
are you like desperate
Sorry.
to be cast in
No,
it?
no, no. Sorry. Just I didn't know other people did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were the only person in the world who makes movies.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the same genre as yours, so I guess that is bad that we're all here.
That is bad.
People have
bad,
been
yeah.
asking for us to be on the same episode together, but now we're
And
kind of
now, not
enemies.
only that, but now this.
but also this.
My sister just
Cat Stevens, I was
put
gonna
a
say.
knife
Yusuf.
in my back.
The petard
Cat
thing.
Stevens?
Yeah, the petard, whatever that you said earlier.
Hoisted by your own petard.
Keep going.
Did you say
Cat Stevens / Yusuf.
No, you'd think he would, but he wouldn't. He wasn't.
The pace of this game is fast for some reason. You guys have to get your answers in quickly.
Okay.
We were just
Oh,
talking about
all
other
right.
stuff.
We were just
So we have entered
I was
the
kidding,
game.
and I
Adam
am
Pally.
excited to hear it.
Pally was
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Pally was
Pally's-
not.
Jewish.
What?
Pally was not.
Pally was going to be in the movie.
Pally is in
Is
the
in
movie.
the movie.
You've seen it, right?
I've
Couple
seen him in
times?
the movie. I forgot.
Yeah.
He has not been a camp
Yeah.
counselor. Is that what he
Wow.
said?
But he
Yeah,
did
I
go to
said not.
camp. He did go to camp.
That's not what this
That's
is,
not what this
though.
is.
It's counselor or
okay.
not.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
camper or
Calm
not.
down.
It's not really, yeah.
Calm down.
Lawrence,
Such a mob mentality.
that's
Immediately.
true. Hive mind.
Because you're constantly on edge, so as soon as someone else is like slips, everybody
Who,
Jumps
me?
on so that it's
in
not.
when you're on
So-
in the hot.
And you're
seat.
saying that because
oh.
the focus isn't on you and like you're not like the butt of the joke in a way.
Sorry,
That's what you're saying?
I'm just saying like it's so tense in here when we're on your show that the second someone slips a little, everybody else kind of
Piles on.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's sad, and that's actually sad. This is like Lord of the Flies
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, I think it's like Between Two Ferns if it was hosted by a brown hippie who had multiple brain injuries.
Yeah, that is good. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's not selling ads. Rooney Mara.
You skipped one. Weren't you
skipped
saying
one.
Lawrence Fishburne, but you guys didn't get
Well, because you stopped. You said Lawrence Fish.
Lawrence Fishburne.
I,
Counselor or not?
Fishburne?
I'm gonna say
yes.
yeah.
I
Honestly,
want to
yes.
say no. He was in.
Okay.
Casey's correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like in
was?
Apocalypse Now when he was like 16.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was
So
17. but
could
yeah.
have gone
Lied
to
about his
camp
age.
and
I guess he could have
freaking
gone to camp.
gotten
yeah.
so much.
What?
Because he was
Silly.
in a freaking French.
What the
No, and
hell?
I appreciate because now I'm
Or
not
go for
the.
the
I don't look like the most immature person in the
I'm
room.
so
That
happy
was
you
crazy.
said that.
It really
You
Really,
finally
that was
broke like
crazy.
your character being like and then you
buttoned up
found
and
something
dry.
fucking
I
insane.
feel like there's two
Not
inside.
bad.
What is it? Inside there are
Two
two
wolves.
Wolves. For Billy, it's like he wants to be this like.
Don't tell me what I want to be.
I want to say.
no, I'm with you.
So
I'm
keep
with
going.
Yeah, he
you.
wants to
I'm
be
with
this
you on
like
this.
heartthrob, jaw could cut glass, Wonderland magazine, prestige actor. Not to say the word prestige again.
But he's inside. He's Jeffrey James.
But he's a dumbass. Yeah, I'm sorry to say.
I don't
Yeah.
think that.
Wait.
Rooney Mara.
There's a joke here, really quick.
Okay.
It's more just this is more of like a writer's room joke, like everyone kind of. But there is something to be
Grace,
said
you
about
can cut out
Lawrence.
this.
No.
I'm
Lawrence
just flagging to cut
Fishburne.
this out.
Lawrence Fishburne, like I don't know, with like a blue towel or a red towel,
That's funny.
and he's kind of like, which one? Like
That is, yeah.
I don't
that's
know.
Good.
Like
That's
at
good.
camp?
Yes.
Maybe.
The police are coming.
Rooney Mara.
Kate was a counselor. Rooney was not.
Lady Gaga.
Yes.
No.
No.
What,
Wait. She
was.
Which one?
okay,
Yeah.
Which
Oh.
one?
She was.
She was. Stephanie? Yeah.
Okay.
Dev Patel.
no,
No.
No.
Okay.
That was too easy.
Development Patel. That's a new. Sorry, I'm doing another ad.
that's his full. That's his full name.
It's his government name. yeah.
Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. She has camp counselor energy, I feel like, with the move. Let's move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's move. Put on
Just
your
another.
speakers and run a lot. Deepak Chopra.
No,
No.
Oh, obviously not.
Correct. Mariah Carey.
No.
No.
not.
No. No. No way.
Trick
dude.
question.
How? Tell me how.
Tell me how she owns a summer camp upstate. She owns and
doesn't-
runs a.
that's
Doesn't
not
mean
That's
she's
not
a
the same
counselor.
thing. She's
No,
not a
that's like-
counselor.
So
The
why did
camper
you get
thing,
mad
yeah.
earlier at me for saying that Pally went to camp? And you said
Because I
that's not
have
the same.
issues in my
So
personal
that's
life
not-
that I take
okay.
out
Out
on
me.
y'all.
Yeah, okay.
She owns a camp in Fishkill called Camp Mariah.
That's cool.
Oh, it's real.
Yeah. Is it real or is it like Yay Academy vibes?
That sounds
Oh.
like
Mm.
yeah, academy.
Yeah. My friend nannied for a kid who went to Kanye's school, and it was like it was
Awesome.
You
was
said,
awesome.
"Aw." You said, "Oh." You did just say, "Oh."
The curricula was,
It was
there.
no, you're like you're catching yourself. Like, it was bad.
Leonard Cohen. We have to move on.
Leonard
Yes.
Cohen. Yeah.
No.
Correct. No, they were right. He
Okay,
definitely went
all right.
to.
He's,
Yeah.
he's
You guys are
Canadian boy.
Canadian, yeah.
And
and Jewish.
And Jewish.
the
yeah.
friggin' Pope.
No.
Which one?
But no.
I don't know any of them.
Well, maybe one.
I doubt it. They don't do that in Italy.
I'm talking about the
Welcome
Filipino
to-
Pope from Conclave.
So you got your guys'
the
Sorry,
Filipino
Taylor.
Pope from Conclave, the book.
I've never read the book.
Well, in the movie, not
So you
Filipino,
also didn't
but in
read
the
the
book.
book. Talking about the
In the
Bible?
book, Filipino.
The Bible.
Which one was Filipino?
Well, I don't want to spoil the movie, but the one who becomes Pope.
Mm.
You could have
You
said
just
it
did.
a million other ways, but yeah. You could be like the one that's Mexican in the movie.
Well,
No offense.
I guess.
Are you
Um,
saying that they're the same? Cut this out.
No. I'm saying,
I'm gonna mix
everybody-
this really
I'm saying
clear.
that he could have said which one it is by saying which.
She's
where
from
he was
Boston, so it's
right.
not that surprising.
But I don't really
if you're
like
from
to just
Boston,
talk
do you
about
know,
people based on
oh,
their
yeah,
race.
do you know
It's more
Craig
about what
Daniels?
they
From.
do.
He's not his
There's
race.
no
He's
way.
just
Ask
from
again.
Mexico.
Ask again,
Anya,
Jeff.
do you know Craig Daniel?
I've
you're
heard
from
of him for
Boston-
sure. Sorry, you had a question for me?
No, just if you're from Boston, do you know Greg Daniels?
Oh, that's
My
a really
question.
good joke. I
Craig
thought it
Daniel.
was
Craig Daniel.
Jeff's.
Craig
It was,
Craig
and I told him.
Daniel.
What
took
did I say,
Craig
Greg?
Daniel. CD.
You
player.
said Greg Daniels.
Greg Daniel, like the
So
guy who
what-
created King of the Hill.
I wish, and I wish it was that Greg.
He's the new pope.
Guys, so your movie's called Hell of a Summer.
Yes.
This is a segment called Dwell on a Bummer.
I like that.
So in the year 1139, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit a region of the Seljuk Empire near present-day Azerbaijan. 300,000
That was
dead
close enough.
and even more irreparably injured. It is known as one of the most catastrophic seismic events in human history. We cannot move on from this topic for the next 2.5 minutes. This is a segment called Dwell on a Bummer.
I'm now realizing I don't even know if that Pope was from Mexico. Was it Mexico?
I don't
Sorry,
know.
this is not.
That's
the
why I
correct
didn't want
topic.
to take
It's
it.
supposed
I didn't
be
want to
the-
take a swing.
It's
That's why.
supposed to be
I feel horrible
the
now.
ganja
No, you don't have to-
earthquake.
definitely
No, I'm
don't
gonna
have
think
to
about
worry
this the whole
of
time.
Wait, about
Anya,
what?
Anya, it's supposed to be us dwelling on the topic
In
of
silence
the
or
ganja
just talking
earthquake.
about
No, we
it?
have to talk
The
about it.
ganja earthquake.
We just can't move on. The ganja earthquake of 1139 in the Seljuk Empire, which is present-day Azerbaijan.
Hey, Jeff.
Yep. Right. So you're saying because 300,000 people died, and you're saying that you're making a joke about cannabis.
It's more just like it's like ganja's weed, you know?
Yeah.
the big bong.
In high school, my friend's boyfriend's screen name was Ganja Man 69420.
Oh,
But he had
honor of
never
the
tried the
earthquake?
drug, right?
and he didn't know about I was gonna say, did he know about the earthquake?
I think it was
after
probably
the
about that.
earthquake?
It was
You know about the earthquake.
Was
yeah, everybody thought that he was like a stoner, but he was just a history buff.
yeah. No, I went to school
And that's
before
the death count,
1139.
42069.
Billy.
Well, you
What?
said how
We're
many
gonna
died.
the whole
What?
episode is unusable with these asides you're having.
What are these? Weren't that wasn't even that bad.
There's
That was
way you're-
fine.
I
You're
thought it
headed
was
straight
fine.
for a Razzie, man.
Did you
They get
razz
those
They
us
don't
for
do those
podcast?
anymore.
For a podcast appearance,
Wow.
maybe.
Okay, so
we should bring those back.
you
at
said how
Headgum.
many people? What was the facts? How many people
Three-
perished?
300,000 people perished.
That's a lot.
It's
And,
terrible.
and
Jesus, yeah.
yeah, it's a lot. No, it's maybe the worst seismic event in human history. But
And
we
it
just have
happened
to
in
dwell on this 'cause it's
1139.
kind of a bummer.
Do we
What's that?
think? Oh, sorry. What are you saying?
Can you plug? Yeah,
And it happened in 1139.
Oh, 1139. It happened in 1139.
correct.
So we're due for another one.
Yeah, I was
Ooh.
gonna say.
Well, this is
don't
not
like that.
anywhere near where we live, so it's kind
Exactly. Why would it happen in the same place twice?
Of, I don't know if
It
that's
wasn't the only
I think-
earthquake
no.
to happen.
She's on
No,
to
she's
something.
not at all,
No,
because
she's on to
it's-
something. They move.
the fault lines vaguely move over
No.
Wasn't it like
hundreds of thousands
when was
of years, not
Pangea?
1,000. When was Pangea? You're taking my lines.
Answer me that.
Hey, riddle me this.
Riddle me this,
Yeah,
Batman.
that's not on me. Like you are making me dumber is not on me.
That's interesting. The earthquakes happen in the same places vaguely. And
I guess
1,000
that's
years is not enough time for it to be halfway across the
my
world.
all of our lives, we've all been saying that the big ones come in.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know.
Well, you're
Do
from
we think
Vancouver. There's fault
that's
lines there too.
The big one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I didn't
No,
know
you're
that.
right.
by
Breaking
the way.
Atlanta
You're
all
all
year.
rules of the segment. You're not dwelling anymore.
No, we're talking about
Now
fault
you're making
lines.
small
We're talking about
talk.
fault lines. I was wondering how
Technically.
close to a fault line.
Did
Now
you
we
grow up
can
in
move
New
on.
York?
I grew up
Now
in
we can
Toronto.
move on. That was
Wow, that was
In
the
where?
worst.
that was
Toronto.
dwell
You're
on a
both
bummer.
Canadian.
Should we drop a freestyle over this?
No, don't actually.
I'm not
no,
fair.
we actually can't do
I
that.
know.
We actually
I know.
can.
I know. We can't.
But we can't.
We can't. No, we can, but we shouldn't.
Guys, welcome to
What wrong with ganja?
what was that?
Manja?
I don't know. No, I'm just saying. I'm like
Manja's
thinking.
good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, yeah.
Manja's
exactly.
good.
Yeah, manja
Ganja,
is good.
depending on
Manja-
which one you
okay.
mean,
Yeah.
is good or
Can't do
bad.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
The earthquake bad.
Yeah.
Weed
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Coming to the.
And
Here we
it's
go.
not even in the headphones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Use the camera audio.
This is Jeopardy! Welcome back to Jeopardy, guys. This is Jeopardy Summer Camp Edition. Casey, can you read out our categories, sir?
Well, you change screens. All right, there we go. We're back. First category is bullying the weak kids. Second one is ideal camp meals. Third one is firsts.
The papers
Feels
are
like
so
the
low.
wrong column to put that one in.
And the last category is discrimination.
All right, so guys, this is every amount you see on the screen is actual cash that you can win.
Okay.
He will Venmo
From
you.
where?
From
You.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then I'll just kind of fudge the numbers on my hours, make back that cash. But guys, you're all
Illegal.
everyone for himself, and why don't we start with Casey for some reason?
I'm going to go with firsts for 200.
Firsts for 200.
Wait, do we buzz?
What's that?
Do we have to buzz?
How does it just say buzz?
He's just controlling the board to start.
Why is it?
Oh,
And
he
now
needs
you're
Zoom.
launching Zoom.
So, well, I have to start. I have to do this and record because otherwise, yeah, it's a whole thing. I have to share my
I
screen.
think there's other ways to
Wow.
record your screen, by the way. You can do
Quick
it on
time.
Much easier
quick
ways.
time.
yeah.
Quick
That's
time.
cool. That's cool. All right.
He's doing it is
Great.
so psychotic. Oh my
This is
god.
insane, dude.
Oh my god.
Sorry, let me just record
Recording in
No.
progress.
There we go. And then
No.
share the screen. Hashtag stop
Okay.
the share. Stop
All
the
right.
count.
And how do we buzz in?
Well, Casey, you
Casey-
control the board, and you're saying first for 100.
No,
What'd
when
you
we
say?
know the
But
answer,
after
how do we
buzz.
buzz?
Okay,
Just
no.
yell buzz.
Casey should do. Yeah,
yell
Casey
buzz.
should do the first one, and then from now on,
and then we buzz.
Yeah.
What?
Can we all
Yeah.
Buzz.
Who gives a shit?
What are we
Casey.
talking about here?
It's fucking Jeopardy. Who cares?
yeah.
Wow.
Jeopardy
New
Tournament of
soundbite.
Champions.
That's good.
It's fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
Casey, you control the board, and what are you picking first?
First 200, please.
First for 200. When your
Celebrity
crush
Jeopardy.
says she'll kiss you on the cheek, but only if you're a personal footstool to her for a year. Yep.
What is first base?
Incorrect.
That's
Incorrect.
a great guess.
Not really, and that's going to be negative 200 for Billy. Finn?
What is third base?
That's going to be a negative 200 for Finn. By the way, you guys owe me money now.
Fuck.
$200? Yeah, correct. But you can win it back. Casey?
What is Jeff's freshman year of high school?
Close.
What? Buzz.
That actually kind of hurt my feelings.
What is?
I didn't lose any points though.
Yeah, no.
there's
So
that.
I think you may
Not
have
that much,
gotten
yeah.
that, and he's
Well,
withholding.
okay, well, let me ask you this, because you might,
Because
depending on your
it's
answer,
word
Casey, or said I, yeah. Did you mean that positively or negatively? And your answer might be right or wrong.
Negatively for
Yeah, never
whoever
mind.
had you
Never-
as a footstool, but positively because that's what you wanted.
Correct! The correct answer we were looking for is, what is your first time getting an awesome deal?
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
This is how you play
I
Jeopardy.
see. I got it.
You get points for vaguely being in the right arena
Okay.
of the answer. Casey controls the board.
Let's do first for 300.
First for 300. When you're hit by a pitch in softball and everyone, including the counselors, cheers. Casey?
What is Jeff's at bat?
I actually don't remember what the correct answer was. We'll give it to Casey here. What is the first time you realize everyone kind of hates the shit out of you?
Yeah, see, yeah. It's,
Casey
Okay,
controls
Casey,
the
I
board,
can't
and this
emphasize
money can go
enough.
straight
But
to
I'm
your
on a
movie,
roll.
Casey.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
gotta
but
go
this
to the movie.
category, the first is in quotations, so it's got to have
Okay,
the word
but-
first in it.
yeah, but
got
I'm
both them
We
right.
just got
rolling
him right.
now. I'm gonna
I
go
don't know,
first for
yeah.
100.
Here we go. First
Fuck
for
you
100.
guys.
When Papa calls and doesn't quite sound like himself.
Buzz,
Anya?
what is the first time you're betrayed by your parents?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
What is the first time you realize your dad has a problem with
Yeah,
alcohol?
I was thinking that
Well, you don't
Should've
get
done
points
it,
for
Buzz. Should've
thinking
buzzed
it. You get points for buzzing it and
buzzed
saying it as a
Should've buzzed it.
question.
after the fact.
Anya controls the board.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go with discrimination 300.
Discrimination
Wow.
for 300,
Bold.
kind of your specialty. A nickname the camp gives to the kid whose parents drop him off in the worst car.
Well, now I'm gonna stay silent.
That's cool.
Wait,
Yep.
that shouldn't actually be the one.
You
I
should
should
be
be
the
the
one.
No.
I'll just go easy then. Well, this is so much
Say,
hard.
Buzz.
Billy?
Wheels.
Who is? No, that doesn't count.
What
That
is?
doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. You have to say who is
Nah,
and what is.
Oh, true. That's true. No, you know what? That's true.
So go ahead.
Well, I'm giving
No,
it.
Just say this really fast before he says it.
What is poor? Insert name.
For
E.G.
example?
Riley. Poor Riley.
Poor Riley, because she is stuck in a car right
Yeah,
now.
wow.
I think she forgot.
Wow.
Poor
All
Riley.
right, Billy controls the board.
Is there daily doubles? Are there daily doubles?
There's
Wow,
daily
strategy.
dinkies
Okay.
where you get pennies on the dollar.
I guess bullying the weak kids for 200.
Bullying the
please.
weak kids for 200. The best time of day to make a dork feel ashamed.
Oh.
Finn?
Dork fist. That's breakfast, but for dorks.
That's kind of funny. I almost wonder if
Really
we get a
good.
sponsored ad from Dorkfist, which is just a
Come on,
meal
dude.
time, but I'll give it to you.
Control the board.
We were looking for what is the right before bed, so they
I
dwell
really
on
was
it right
gonna say
all
that.
what you said all night. But
I
I'm
was
gonna give
thinking
it to you
first
because
thing
I
in the
like
morning.
Dorkfist.
First thing in the morning, I thought. But
You wouldn't have got it. All right, Finn.
but who's all right.
No, where is it?
No, just who's sort of deciding the answer? Just
Guys,
Geoff, I guess.
what was the vibe like on set? Were
Ideal-
you guys all buddies? or?
Ideal camp meals for 300. Please.
Ideal camp meals
Jeff
for
just remembered
300.
Taylor's here.
A $35,000 chocolatey delight served in the shape of a Fabergé egg, exclusively available at the Lindeth Ho Country House Hotel at Bowness on Windermere. Windermere.
Can't even say it.
This is like the most when they say don't say no in improv.
Sure.
It's like you started with no.
That's interesting.
Like no one knows what to say to this.
That is kind of
Or
the,
answer.
the whole vibe
really?
of the show.
What is festivals, Easter,
Yes.
egg care package that they've been sending out to people recently?
I don't know what you just said. I'm going to have to take that down. That's incorrect.
Did I get one right at some point?
You did vaguely.
Oh, but I even did it wrong. I should be way lower.
Anybody want to chime in on here? You can all pass too. Chime
Oh,
in.
Pass.
oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is Nolan, Mr. Beast's friend?
I'll give it to you because he might order this, but we were looking for what is the world's most expensive dessert?
Mm.
Okay.
Oh.
Finn controls the board for some reason.
It's so surprising when it's something that
When a
makes
real
sense.
Discrimination 200,
It
please.
really is
Discrimination for
whiplash.
200. An example of favoritism based on athletic ability.
Eh.
Casey?
What is fast? Insert name here.
That's not quite right. But
Buzz,
we'll have to take that away from you. Yeah,
What's
Anya?
what is getting picked first for the
I
game?
will give it to you for some weird reason. We were looking for what is when a bookish camper named Randolph is forced to put on a rendition of Little Orphan Annie for the entire camp called Not As Many Endorphins Randy.
You love that.
I think I more love that it didn't get a reaction at all. Anya controls the board.
Dude.
I'll do bullying for 3.
Bullying for 300. A chemical agent added to the twerp's chocolate milk to make him appear jaundiced over time. Yep.
What is carrot juice?
That's going to be incorrect. You're back to
was
0,
good, though.
unfortunately. Finn?
What is chlorine?
I'll give it to you because it's a chemical enough. We were looking for what is amoxicillin.
Mm.
It's an antibiotic.
Right. I'll take bullying the weak kids.
A reason to bully a child. Yep.
Dumb hair.
What is?
Fuck.
Billy?
What is dumb hair and a mustache?
I'm sorry, Billy, but that's incorrect.
You
Finn?
can't double buzz.
Or you
Yes,
can't
you-
buzz twice.
That's we're drawing
Jeopardy
the line
rules.
there.
It is
Kinda,
Jeopardy
yeah.
rules.
I'm dumb now.
What
Okay?
happened? Yeah.
Something
You
happened. I'm
sneezed
dumb
and
now.
you lost some brain cells. Casey?
What is their small?
Casey, come on.
Hey,
Kidding me? I'll give it to you, man. But
I had
Jesus
one.
Christ, what is his family
Oh.
can't afford to buy him the coolest backpack to have?
I got
Sweating.
it for that.
Casey controls the board.
Ideal camp meals for 200.
Ideal camp meals for 200. Olive-fed sirloin, hailing from the Shotoshima Island and the Kagawa Prefecture in
Do you
Japan.
want to take it again?
Casey?
What is a Wagyu steak?
Correct!
Wow.
What is A5 olive Wagyu? Casey controls the board.
Casey, you're
I don't think
crushing.
anyone can even come back at
This
this point,
podcast is
sir.
making me sweat.
That's true. That's true.
Jeff
want
did
the
turn the
arrow?
heat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not Billy's terrible belt that doesn't fit him that you guys picked up before
I
this.
actually think the belt is awesome.
Thank
Why'd
should,
you say you guys?
Because he made you
I didn't go inside.
That's fair.
I told him to stay
You
in the
should show
car.
them. Show the people.
Asshole.
Keep the car running.
I said stay in the car, yeah. I said
Yeah.
keep my seat warm for me.
Are you
So I
going to show
made him
people
move to
the
my
belt?
seat.
No.
No.
I think it's really cool.
It is really cool, but maybe at the end.
All right.
in a
Anybody
different room.
want to
Ideal camp meals for 100.
Ideal camp meals for 100. A spread that includes Royal Asotra Imperial, 180 grams, creme fraiche, blinis, egg yolk, shavings, chives, and more to be assembled and enjoyed at your discretion. Yep.
What is a Russian feast?
Oh, Anya, that's going to be incorrect.
I mean, it's literally the food of my people.
Yeah, but like we're looking for a specific answer. That
Oh,
is kind
really?
of fed
Something
to you
really,
on a
really-
silver platter. And this meal is fed on a silver platter. We should say.
Something really specific and niche that no one would know.
No,
Is
it's
what
not
you're
that
looking at?
specific. Just kind of focus on. I don't know. I'm giving hints. Nobody got it. We're looking for what is caviar service as an ideal camp
Oh,
meal.
I see.
And then discrimination for
can't
100.
afford
Last
that.
one, guys. An example of the camp mistreating you. What?
They're just not really chill.
Sorry.
What is?
What is?
It's a good friend.
Hey, it's fine, man. It's just a game. I'll give it to you. Jesus. It's what is when everyone else gets private cabins complete with linen bedding from Quince. Sponsor us. And ensuite bathrooms. But you're assigned to sleep on a drying rack made for plates. That actually happened to you.
Me?
It's never
told
been
you
this
that?
quiet on an episode, by the way.
I feel like it has. I feel like I've seen Headgum podcasts where it's been more quiet than this.
It
guys,
feels unbearable.
Yeah, go full screen for this.
that was Jeopardy!
Then play the soundbite of what Finn said earlier.
It's fucking Jeopardy. Who cares?
Oh yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
Jeopardy.
yeah.
Who cares?
What?
Yes. It's just Jeopardy. Who cares?
Can't hear it. What?
Yeah. We really do.
Guys, we powered through. We made it till the end. Now it's time for the reason why we're all here. I'm in a lot of gambling debt, and Finn, I need money. I I thought if I maybe lubricated the joints here and
Don't look at me like you. Did you know?
well, you just had that PS5 deal. I wonder if you cut me
I
even
already
5% of
paid
that.
off Billy's, which is a lot.
Okay.
So to be able to pay off yours, I can't pay off every single one of my friends' gambling
Right,
debts.
but the problem is I didn't view Bryk as a cautionary tale. I kind of tried to fill his shoes, so I started to go to
agree. Stop agreeing.
Morongo, and
Silently
Steven.
agreeing with
I
him.
started betting equally on red, black,
to
and green.
Morongo?
Yes, because at the Yamaya Theater, Rod Stewart had a set.
You bet equally on red, black, and green.
Yes,
Guaranteed to win.
incorrect.
Exactly
You're
why
gonna lose
you both.
out.
Exactly why you both lost so much fucking money.
So it's 57 grand. Maybe just installments would work.
You want me to pay you in installments?
Well, I mean, we could also plug the movie because then you might get to see some of that money. I don't know if you have points on the back end. I don't know if you had points on the front end. You make any money for this?
Well, I did have something on the front end. It's called Preparation Y.
Wow.
We got there.
It's like so unsettling when
Billy,
there's a real joke that
tap
no one
me up,
can.
dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
that was good.
Guys,
That
plugs.
was good. I like
Thank you,
nodded or
dude.
whatever.
Plugs. What do you guys got? What do you want to point the people towards? I assume it's the movie, but it could really be anything. Let's start with Billy.
It's the movie. We wrote and directed this movie. We wrote it a long time ago, and we really would appreciate if people go see it.
You're really selling it.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to sell it more?
No. I'm just
I
kidding.
think that fans of the Headgum podcast might really enjoy it because we're big fans of this network and of Jake and Amir, and they were very formative for us growing up, and we're close friends with Geoff, and
Yes.
Yeah.
It comes
Very
out April 4th.
if you like Jake and Amir, if you like college humor, it's very in that vein. I think it's funny. It has heart. It has blood. It has Billy.
Well, it also has Finn.
Well, Finn's great. I'm saying you have
So
to give him
heart
the
and
positives
blood
and the negatives.
I
aren't
see.
good.
Oh.
No, heart and blood is why people would go,
It's
and
okay.
I'm just warning them that you're also in the
right,
film.
right.
Yeah, but it comes
Sorry,
out
I
April
didn't
4th.
realize that was the dynamic.
It comes out April
April
4th.
And goes
in
to
theaters
from today.
everywhere.
theaters.
Yeah.
Would you say this
A
is
week from
the
today,
thing you
yeah.
guys are most proud of in your career,
I mean, yeah. I think so.
Billy?
I'd have to think about it
No way.
a little bit. I'd have to think about it.
Well, our careers are pretty comparable when it comes to acting.
That's cool.
I can't wait till the episode comes out and it's just this part. That's the only part we're allowed to keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's 30 seconds long.
It's between Hell of a Summer and Lackluster Video. Yeah, it's the two.
Jeff, are you gonna buy tickets for the film?
Yes.
Why?
Casey and I are
It seemed
going.
like you didn't.
Casey and I
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna go. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank
Billy,
you.
it's not
Can't wait.
Winona Earp.
yeah, it's up there.
Really?
Top.
It's Earp there.
It's up there. Nice, dude.
Guys, seriously, check it out. I'm gonna be going. Yeah, I think every night
I think so.
from, from April 4th to April 40th.
Nice. Right.
April 40th. That's
Well, that's
crazy.
the tagline of their whole marketing campaign. From April
You
4th
have
to April
fucking-
40th.
I didn't
which
know
is
that.
Jeff
actually
has a
just May
residency
10th.
at the AMC at the Americana.
Yeah,
But like the residency is just him watching a movie.
He
I
lives
basically
there.
live
Yeah.
at the Grove. Yeah, because they do have apartments.
That
and
is somewhere where you would live.
in a company meeting, Taylor, the other week. Anya told every slate of freelancers that I don't read, and that's not true.
I said you don't read.
I cited some book, and you were like, "You don't read."
That's so funny.
Also, that
I thought
definitely.
he got more mad because he said the word future proofing in this meeting, and I was like, "You've never had a job. How do you know that?" And then he got really mad at me, and he said, "Your fly's down," which it was.
I didn't get mad. I just was like, now I feel like I have license to
What
say
if
You
you.
really went
It would have been
for
funny.
the.
You
were
in front
like,
of all the
Your
producers.
dockers were down. I didn't want you to be embarrassed.
it could have. It was. That's exactly what you did. That's what you did.
Meaning?
Like in front of everyone. You wanted me to be embarrassed.
It would have been really funny though if you just said like you panic and say your fly's down and it just wasn't.
I know. That's what I thought he was fucking.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Damn it. He goes down, zip cuts you in handcuffs
It was
outside.
kind of like
Shit ass.
It was
I
like
really
a-
thought I had you on that
it was like a
one.
power move that was crazy, and the
So you
whole
just
room was
had
silent.
that in your back pocket.
Well, I
You
kept
was
trying to
waiting.
box
And these are-
people
that's
out
crazy.
physically.
this was in
Yeah.
front. This was in front of like investor. Like what was the?
No, sorry, it was all the people that work at Headgum. Pretty much for
Producers.
all the,
Oh,
all the people
everyone.
on our
Freelancers,
team.
yeah, in
Yeah.
a way. I thought it was awesome.
What book did you reference?
I don't remember.
Because he didn't read it.
Yeah. And there it is.
All right, there it is.
Okay, so
Anya, what do you want to plug? What do you want to plug?
well, if you're going to be giving Geoff money for his gambling debt,
Oh no.
Gambit.
Oh.
we are $10,000 away from our Kickstarter
as of today.
as of today.
I was
for
hoping-
our movie that we're on.
$10,000.
If there's anything to cut, it's this.
$10,000 is all we need. If you're hearing this, it's
As of-
probably less.
Yeah, it's probably less.
You
this
could get us over.
Friday.
You could
There's
be the
1
one that
week
gets us
left
over
of
the finish line.
Kickstarter. If you want to hear about the movie for real, you could go to CaseyMakesMovies.com and check it out. The Kickstarter ends the same day Hell of a Summer comes out.
We
so
did
you
that.
can
We'll all go out.
back this
There it is.
movie, go
Crazy.
see another movie. If you like movies,
Just got a text from Riley.
April 4th is going to be a great day
Yeah,
for you.
baby.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
did
great.
actually. I looked at the website. I was just saying that.
Oh, that
as
was
a-
nice.
as like
You were
a- as like
setting
a-
us
Is
up
it a
to do.
comedy as well? Or there's
No.
funny parts?
It's Lynchian.
It's yeah.
Casey
Shut
keeps
the fuck
yelling
up.
at people that he's picking up the torch that David left dry.
Did not say that. I didn't say that. Don't go back to Neon and tell him I said that.
You keep screaming it at Bob's
don't
Big
know.
Boy.
yeah, in the position.
At the boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the boy in the
Casey's
position.
up on the sign.
Yeah.
I'm here to finish what Lynch started.
Call me Casey
Wow.
Lynch. That was a
Good.
really good David, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
That's pretty good.
I don't think
Better
you've
than
ever
Jeff
heard
would
him
ever
speak.
do.
David Beckham.
Me or you?
My brother
You.
can do a really good. Hold on, I'm
get
gonna call
Nick
him.
in here.
Call him. Hold on. Come on, keep this going. Let's come on.
Taylor's
Finish your
like, get
plug.
me out
Finish
of
your
here.
plug.
Hey, Nick Wolfhard, you're on the Headgum podcast. That sounds epic.
You're on speaker?
Yep, we're on speaker. You're on the Headgum podcast. Hey, I was wondering, can you this will be cut probably.
Terrible way to start the call.
Well, I mean, he passed away pretty recently. But Nick, you can do a really good David Lynch impression, right?
David Lynch? Okay.
He's having more fun than
Come
any
on,
of us
do
have
it.
on
I
this
know.
hour.
I was
Ask
like,
him about
what is
Bear
that
Brick. Tell him
feeling,
to plug
Joy?
Bear Brick.
Oh, Nick, plug Bear Brick.
As David Lynch.
So plug
Bear Brick as David Lynch.
Plug Bear Brick.
Plug Bear. Oh my God! I'm not gonna plug Bear Brick and do David Lynch impression in
At the same time.
No, do it at the same time, dude.
All right. Hello. My name is David. I am one of the greatest directors to ever live. I am a living legend. I mean, I am a legend that lived, and I am still alive to this day.
Yeah, that was a great line, though, Nick. That was great.
No, guys, please go see Hell of a Summer. I'm so excited. I saw a cut of it a year ago, but it was not a finished cut, and I'm excited to see the final cut.
Did
on
they ask
April
you for
4th.
notes?
I gave notes. I don't think they were any good. I don't think you used any of them.
Piece of shit notes.
That's what I thought.
Ends right there.
Great.
That was a Headgum original.